Let's begin, shall we?
Yeah, like, so living where I do, I've accepted it's going to be warm. That's, I mean, it's going to be warm kind of anywhere. But, like, man, last day of February and it feels like summer already, like, not my favorite. But I'm glad you had a good weekend, Major. Let us start in with our word puzzle. We've had this one before. Boo. Yeah, I remember this one because we looked it up of who the answer was after the fact. Oh, yeah, so this was. Yeah, it's Chloe Grace Moretz. So, who in Harry Potter would have a last name that starts with G? Michael Gambon? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, this one is John C. Riley. It's Gambon. Well, I gave him an extra M. Reilly. Okay. Well, if we think of someone else from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire whose last name starts with G, let me know. This is the second double we've had. Oh. Yeah, this one's Bill Pullman. Sage! Hi, hello, how you doing? we're just finishing it. We've had this one before. Whatever. Oh, it's Brendan Gleeson. That's why. Yeah, like. Yeah, Halle Berry for the Oscar, Renee Zellweger for the Oscar. It was Martin Freeman for Love Actually. Yep. Kept the streak going, even though now we've had 2 repeats already. But yeah, no. I guess that means it's time to get into actually writing something. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. Okay. I think that's everything. Alright, so last time we went through the hunters showing up on the beach, capturing Helene as Margaret watched, unable to do anything, and they're taking her back to the settlement. Actually, I want to rewrite this sentence. So I'm literally just dissecting this sentence to hopefully rewrite it in a way that works. Slightly better. Hi, hello, welcome in. Mariner's Writing, thank you for the raid. Yunsu, hi, hello. How you doing this evening? Liv, hope you're doing well. Major, thanks for giving some shout outs. Yeah. Major gave the first shout out to Mariner's Writing, and then she was going to give one out to you too, because obviously she knows your stream. Mariner's Writing, hi, hello, welcome in. Hope you all had a good stream. Everyone's having a good night, good weekend.
I like this one.
And thank you for the follow, Mariner's Writing. Gonna take a wild guess, y'all were doing some writing over on your stream? Oh, okay. So Mariner's Writing is just Mariner's alt account. Okay. Yeah, I wondered if it might be, given everyone coming over is in the same community, and having 2 people named Mariners would be quite a coincidence. But nice. Glad you were attempting to write some. Is this Wanderers? No, this is not Wanderers. So this is the stream-only screenplay that we're writing. Reason being, you stream, had some old friends following my other account, didn't want them getting noted. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So here we are. Fair. Yeah, Yun. So this one, this is the stream only one. Wonders is one I'm writing on my own. This one is about, we have two witches, and right now we're kind of writing the opening sequence where we see the two of them sneak off away from their settlement to a beach to get away from everyone. But when they're there, one of them is captured by some witch hunters, and they are bringing her back to the settlement to burn her at the stake. So, yeah, we've got... That's basically what's happened through the first 8 sequences here. And then we have all this is our outline that we need to get through. So, yeah, that's what most of our streams have been so far, is just outlining, outlining, and more outlining. But now we're to the actual, hopefully, writing part. And then, actually, let me do that real quick so I don't forget. Alright. Mariners, I'm following you. You have to accept it. It's already done. Just so I don't forget for the future. Only your second stream, learning slowly. Yeah, I've been streaming off and on for a couple years now, and I'm still finding new stuff. So, yeah, it's one of those things that's just kind of like a constant learning process of always trying to figure out new things, what works for you, and yeah, a lot of it you just figure out as you go. Yeah, so I originally started streaming, oh geez, maybe 3 years ago, around. Um, the main game that I play, Genshin Impact, had an event where if you stream the game on Twitch for a certain number of hours, you would get in-game rewards. And they were actually like really good rewards. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start streaming. So I would stream that whenever the new patches came out. And it was a lot easier because I was working from home then. So yeah, I would stream that. And then they stopped doing that program, so I stopped streaming for a while, and I didn't think I was going to come back to it. But then I had the idea to try writing a screenplay from scratch. And so I kind of started back up again earlier this year. And luckily a lot of people that were in my community before came back, and yeah, we just all kind of hung out and started doing this. Okay, off-topic question, but what program are you using? It's obviously specific to script writing. Yes, so this is called Writer Duet. It's a free online screenwriting tool, and I like it quite a bit. It's been my main writing tool for probably the last like 8 to 10 years or so. I used to use another one, but they started like forcing all PDFs that you export to be to have a watermark with the company name on it, and I was like, nope, need to find a new one. So I found this, and I like it quite a bit. It does everything I need it to do. One of the first writing streams I started tuning into was a writer who was committed to a project of turning Genshin scenes into written form. Nice. Yeah, I at some point, I think I was between writing projects. I considered writing like a Genshin themed story, but it was going to be aside from the game, not taking scenes from the game and turning them into screenplay form. Because I don't know if anyone here plays that game or knows much about the community, but there is a lot of shipping that goes on with characters from the game. So I thought it would be interesting to like let's follow some of those and yeah. Oh yeah. I've written a couple fanfic things. Sometimes it's good to just like see if you can write in someone else's world. Yeah, no free advertising. Except for people who rate me, then we'll give them shoutouts. Yeah, I think I've only written or finished two screenplays or teleplays that were based on existing material. Um, Back when there was a Supergirl show on TV, um, I had an idea for an episode, and so I wrote it. But that was also part of like that's something industry people wanted is like, can you write an episode of an existing TV show? So I wrote an episode of that, and then I also wrote a screenplay of the DC Comics character Zatanna. But the everything in the story I made up. It was just taking the existing characters and universe and trying to stay consistent within the existing tone of what the DC movie universe was. So it was similarly structured and um, tone-wise kind of followed with that. So those are the two kind of fanfic things I've written. Fanfic is great practice for yes, means you can focus on characters without worrying about world building. Yes, because it's already established. Yes, completely agree. Oh, you love that show? Yeah, the episode I wrote, it started off as like a parallel universe where everyone in the Justice League gets killed, and that world's version of Kara gets teleported to the show's universe, and she is essentially that becomes Power Girl, and then it's basically Supergirl and Power Girl trying to figure out what's going on. Do you plan on doing any standalone videos on your YouTube? I'm not planning it right now. It's more just an archive for all of my VODs from Twitch streams. Another thing you'll learn quickly is I tried to do YouTube videos way back. Just stuff about movies and different stuff like that. But like, you learn very quickly how much actual work it takes to make like a standalone YouTube video. So yeah, I do not plan on doing any standalones, at least not at the moment. Right now it's just I take my streams, I put them up there as well, just so, because as an affiliate on Twitch, they only keep them for 14 days, I think, and then they delete them. So I wanted a place where if I wanted to go back to see the entire process of what we've done with this, I have it all in one place. You can set it to 1 to 30 days. Yeah, but still, like, after a month, they would disappear still. So I wanted a place where they wouldn't disappear. Yeah, between stopping streaming Genshin and starting this up again, like, I found all these things on the back end that Twitch changed, and I'm like, what? What? I don't know. They just changed this. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. You have yours set to max while you're pushing for partner, but after that I'll dial it down to 1 day and then outsource to YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to stream, I don't stream it to YouTube, but I just download it from the creator dashboard and then re-upload it as a video to YouTube. But I've got my process pretty much down, so it becomes a lot easier to do that. You keep yours in Gringotts. Fair. Just me, the social media guy. Technically, we're not allowed to mention streaming. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that with someone else I follow whose name I won't say so I don't get them in trouble. But yeah, during streams, they'll say, like, oh, if you want to see this, come over to the purple app. Or if you want to check out other stuff, go to the red app. And just uses that as a way to differentiate them without actually saying the different names. Yep, platform CTAs are TOS. Yeah. Uh, green app bad. Probably. Oh, CTA is call to action. Not with that attitude. I think it's getting more lax, to be honest, though. Used to be strict for partners, especially though I think they're starting to embrace multi-streamers a little bit more. Yeah, just in following other streamers and just Twitch in general, I've definitely been around to hear some of the drama of like different platforms trying to like offer more money to streamers and all that drama and stuff. So I figure if they don't want to keep losing people, they probably should be a little more relaxed with stuff like that. Yeah, like Mixer. Yeah. It's like WWE. They never used to even acknowledge wrestling existed outside. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Gonna try to get some writing done. We'll see what happens though. Um, good luck. All right. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Liv, and hanging out and lurking. Are you streaming, well, tonight for me, this morning for you? That one. Tomorrow, today's tech support day. Okay. Oh, you're barring Yun perfect. Yun tech support. So not use tech support. uh, yeah, I was gonna say, did you try turning it off and turning it back on again? Had me doing some GTA cheat code shit on OBS. What? The only struggle with audio, not even a struggle, just forget that you did things. Have done. Oh, yeah. Started typing and words that belonged in Hogwarts were on my screen. What? I have no idea what's happening. Okay. Hmm. I'm assuming I'm not the only one who does this, but like when I write something in an outline, like it seems so simple, like they arrived to town and prepared to burn her at the stake. And then like trying to go through each action of how that happens is like, okay, what would happen next? Okay, wait, what would happen next? Okay, then once they have that, then what do they do? Uh, How'd you start screenwriting? I started because actually I started screenwriting because I wanted to be a director. And so I started writing my own stuff and I did two shorts that hopefully no longer exist. And then, yeah, I just kind of started focusing more and more on the screenwriting because, like, even if I can't actually make anything that I write, being able to have it all as a single document, it's like, okay, I have this thing I imagine that's like a real tangible thing now. Do you watch other screenwriters on Twitch? I am not aware of any other screenwriters on Twitch. I didn't know if that was really a thing. I knew there was like the reading and writing, and I know people have done like um, studying streams and different stuff like that on Twitch, but yeah, I wasn't really aware of how much people did with writing and screenwriting on Twitch. Send you an amazing streamer on Discord, very chill, seems nice. Is disperse the right word? To scatter going to, yeah, that's more or less right. Alright, so I think we have, when we first introduced the hunters, I think I said there was like half a dozen. Yeah, half a dozen hunters. Okay. Alright. Yeah, see there's a notification on Twitch. But I have streamer mode on, so hopefully you all don't hear my Discord notifications on stream. We did it. Good, 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 good. Okay, so we have 4 more hunters still there. Townsperson. So how would they respond to that? Oh, we'll write the worst version and then we'll hopefully fix it later. So at this point, there isn't a centralized government, so they couldn't work for a centralized government. BRB. Alright, Mariners. Welcome back, Mariners. Alright, so we have the hunters getting to the settlement. Townsfolk emerge, hearing them. We got a pair of hunters disperse, and they return at the end with the firewood. And then the other pair kind of watch over Helene as the interaction between the townspeople and the hunters, asking questions, but by the end of it, they don't do anything, even though Helene cries out for help. Alright, I think that's everything we need in that scene. Yeah. So, is there a word for, like, something between the size of, like, a large hill and a small mountain? Because I don't think there are mountains in upstate New York. It's fairly flat land, but I know there are some, like, hills and valleys and stuff. But I don't know if there's a name, like, a way to describe it the way I want it. You've been having this exact problem? Like, it's not a cliff, but a medium size. Yeah. I think in a previous thing, I just call it, like, a ridge, which just describes, like, yeah, a knoll, a rise. Yeah, knoll I don't visualize as being, like, larger than a hill. A small mound or rounded hill. So a ridge is a long, narrow hilltop, mountain range, or watershed. Yeah. Large hill, small mound. Yeah. A line or series of mountains or hills. Yeah, I think I might use ridge. Although foothill is technically the word you're looking for. Okay. But I don't want her at the base of the hill. I want her up top, looking out over the settlement. Then, yes, ridge. Okay. helps me with my work. Yay! Yay! We're glad to help each other. What did I call it? Town. Alright. Before we continue on, gonna take a quick break. So I'm gonna throw up the thing. Word games. Oh wow, that didn't work? No, I'm pretty sure you had it right. Did Cloudbot just like decide to take the night off? Might have to turn it back on. Let me try turning it off and turning it back on again. You don't care, just watch it. I always do. Oh no, not chatbot. Cloudbot. Yeah. It shows it being turned on. Oh, you have to do at someone. That's why. Okay. Alright. Anyways, let's start the games and I will be back shortly. Well done, team. Major, carrying the team with 54 points. Amazing. Mariners, Yun, and Liv, all helping out. Well done. I I wasn't here for most of it. And all my guesses were terrible. Um, Lol, the bag is nice. Yeah, yeah. We're adding stuff all the time. I need to fix the size of it because I don't want it to be full screen, but I don't mind it. It's fine. All right, we can exit that. All right, back to writing. I don't want to write this part, but I know I need to. Alright, so we got Margaret up on a ridge. She looks out at the settlement. She sees people encircling a formation at the center of town, but she doesn't know what it is. She's looking for Helene. And as she's searching for Helene, there's gonna be a big fire. Fires don't really like make loud noise when they're ignited, do they? BRB, need to talk to us about taxes. Yeah. Yeah, taxes suck, but yeah, go do what you gotta do, Major. I still need to file my taxes. Ugh. Ask Jimmy. Yep, I do not understand that reference. Need to know my audience, British comedian. Okay. I don't know. Everyone else here might have gotten it. I cannot speak for anyone else, but yeah, I do not know. Found a way to only play. Oh. Ugh. You like movies? What's going on with Jim Carrey? I have no idea. I've seen so much stuff in my timelines about it. It looks like he just had some work done. No idea why people are talking about it. Probably just because they don't have anything else to talk about right now, so... No. how was your community showcase with Yun? It was really good. Um, yeah, it was the last one to go that night. I had some people from my community show up, which was awesome. Major came over and Vidsy. Um, I know they chatted. I don't know if anyone else was just lurking or hanging out, whatever. Um, then we got through. I had to coach Yun on reading through the screenplay with some of the different formatting and stuff. Um, but we got through the first 9 scenes of the screenplay, and yeah, it seemed like mostly positive feedback. There were a couple little mistakes I found as he was reading through it, but nothing too major. So yeah, it was good, and I'll probably do another one once I have another decent chunk in a good enough place that I can share it. Yeah. Major gifted some subs. She is amazing. She's the best. Major's back. Welcome back, Major. We did talk about you for a minute. Mariners was asking about the community beta read on Yun stream on Friday, and I said you stopped by, and Mariners talked about the gifted subs that you gave out. Oh no, what have we done? We've created a monster. I think we have all of our commands. There? Yeah. I did not forget the cheese when I went to the grocery store yesterday. So I had my cheese I did spicy chicken burrito bowls for meal prep this week. Remember the cheese. I did, however, forget butter, which was a slightly less big deal because I can just use oil in place of it. But I did um I have a pepper grinder, so I was grinding some pepper into the mixture and I dropped it and like the grinder part went into the food, so like I pulled it out and just kind of instinctually like I ran it under the water to get all the like sauce and stuff off of it. But some of the water got in through the grinder into the pepper.
I like this one.
Rose, hi, hello. Thank you for the follow. Um, but yeah, like the pepper got wet. I was like, oh no, it's all ruined. So like I threw out the pepper, and then I tried washing out the grinder. So I was just gonna like wash it out, let it dry, refill it, whatever, it'll be fine. Um, but there was like one part of it that like somehow the water got into, but like I couldn't get it out. So I think I'm gonna have to get a new pepper grinder too. Cue Gordon Ramsay. Uh, yeah, I watch way too much Gordon Ramsay stuff. Um, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, the idiot sandwich. I've seen that meme 1,000 times. Like, I haven't found whatever episode on whatever show he does where that originated from. The pepper is soaking. Where is the pepper sauce? It's from Hell's Kitchen? Okay. I've watched every episode that was available up through season 20 something, I want to say. It might have happened and I just missed it. Secret episode? Maybe. I can probably look it up because it's probably on like Know Your Meme or something like that. It'll say like exactly what episode it's from. Yeah, and tried posting something he's not supposed to. Did you try posting a link? Oh, it's from a skit on James Corden's show. The cordon's kind of funny because, you know, cordon bleu is, yeah, whatever. Crazy might have been a footballer, had not been it for injury. Yeah. Definitely link to the Green app. um, yeah, it's crazy. He has that as his backstory, and I think Henry Cavill is also in kind of the same boat because I think he was footballer as well, but got injured and um, ended up going into acting. I think, not 100%. Major would know better than me. Henry Cavill, heavy breathing. That's with the saddest stream. I feel like that's what most sites have been going toward lately, Mariners. It's not the right word. How do you have it where your tabs don't show on stream? So I have it set up to window capture my browser, and then I went in with the browser and just made the source bigger so it crops out the tabs and only shows the content part. Meh. Okay, under an overcast sky, marker, face cover, dry tears, areas are long, using trees steady yourself as she moves ahead. I don't know. Okay, so she... I want to capitalize pond. Okay. So she trips over a rock, falls to the ground at the edge of the pond. She's just like physically, emotionally drained. So she's struggling to kind of lift herself up. Okay. Oops. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not spilling anything. Okay. So we've got all that. Oops, didn't mean to get all of it. Google Translate. Transform? Translated from English to English is transform? Amazing. Oh, it's also that in Latin. Shit. Transmute. Are getting better. Alter? Why are they all the same? Or no, they're not the same, but the Latin word is the same. Modify, maybe? Maybe? Ooh, remake. Nah. Morph. Damn it. Reshape. Please be something good. Nope. Customize? Must. I don't know. Rearrange? Yeah, that. Yeah, we can do that. That's what she says. Oh, yeah. I like that idea, Major. I'm just pasting the whole thing there. Expecto Patron. She's not casting her Patronus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, major. I like that suggestion a lot. So the first time she tries doing it, she starts saying it, but cuts herself off as she kind of involuntarily starts kind of sobbing again. And then she tries again, but her hands are kind of trembling so much they just kind of like can't do it. So she calms herself, and then she kind of like forces herself to focus and do it. And with this, we have kind of I talked about this before, but the rule of three. So like she tries it one time, it fails. She tries it the second time, it fails, and then the third time she makes it. But the first two times she fails has to be for in different ways, rather. And then we have yeah, we have that italicized. Uh, so this is one thing I've been unsure about. And I honestly don't know the answer, but it might just be something we make a decision and just stick with it. Every time Margaret changes her face, the first time we see the new face, should we introduce it as if we are introducing a new character? Because ultimately we're not introducing a new character, but there needs to be a clear way of indicating she is physically different than she was. Does that make sense? No? So when Margaret changes her face, in essence, she becomes a new character. Right, right, Mariners, because she is the same person, but she's not really. And so if we continue to call her Margaret, then someone might not imagine a different character, which she's not, but she also like it's that weird gray space. Yeah, I don't know. It's might be something I'll just think about and maybe try to do some research offline. Uh, in The Nightingale, one of the main characters, Isabel, is given a fake name and they're referred to as both Isabel and Juliet. Isabel if it's a scene of her own, Juliet if she's with others who don't know her real name. Yeah, the example I was going to use is in the superhero screenplays that I've read, they differentiate between the superhero and the alter ego. And I think it's more of a utility of like telling the production crew this is what like the costume, hair, makeup is going we need for this scene is, you know, we'll say like Bruce Wayne versus Batman. Yeah. The thing is, like, I can't think of a movie where, like, I mean, maybe like Mission Impossible where they have like the fake face thing. So I don't know if they do like Ethan Hunt with a face mask or if they just. But again, like, even if they did, time to rewatch Face Off. Um, Face Off. Let's see. Alright, we got the Face Off screenplay. This is formatted like shit, though. Nope. Okay, we have an actual PDF. Does anyone remember when in that movie they actually swap faces? Hell no. uh, Okay, so there's the introduction of Caster. Is Archer the name of the other guy? It's only 120 pages. Yeah. The briefing room. Archer's John Travolta, Caster. Yeah, okay. Okay. We found facility OR, so operating room day. They go through, like, specifically. Okay. So this is a surgery. Mariners, thanks for the lurk. Okay, so they just... Archer looks in the mirror, sees his new face, face of his most hated enemy, now his face. John Archer has become Castor Troy. And they still have the dialogue as Archer. Man, why do we have to come up with... Okay. Alright. Alright, so page... Just gonna save this. Face off. Page 31. 31. Save it in case we need to come back to it later. But it looks like they do continue to call Archer Archer after they swap their faces. So that makes me think we should continue to call Margaret Margaret, but just describe when she looks in the water that her face is different looking back. Yes, I think that makes sense. Okay, good. Major thinks it makes sense, so we're on the right track. I don't want to say to find a stranger looking back because I feel like that's very cliche. I need a different word for different. Okay, so her face shape has changed. Her cheekbones, her eyes are different color, closer together nose. Her mouth, different shape. Okay, I think we hit all the main parts. Her face is different. That's all we need. Okay. Okay. We are at... Oh, good. Wow. We're at 2 hours already. But this is the end of the first sequence. So we got through the hunters bringing Helene back to town, townspeople not stopping them, and then Margaret watching as she gets burned to death, she thinks, and then Margaret changing her face. So I feel like that's pretty good. So we're at page 8 now. And that's where we'll get... So, yeah, we should be hitting her inciting event around page 10, which is what we want. So hopefully we'll get to that on Tuesday for the next stream. So, we are going to call it here. Let's see... Oh, yeah. Yay! Yeah. Thank you, Major, for that suggestion. That was really good. I like that. Having her fail the first time she tries to do the spell on herself. And then finding the right Latin phrase for the actual spell took a bit. And then reading through the, I did not have that on my bingo card, like scanning through the screenplay for Face Off. But, yeah, I think we established how we're going to address it moving forward, so I feel like that's a good thing. And, yeah, we made some good progress on writing stuff. So let's... only person I have streaming right now is Shay. She is playing Resident Evil 9. If we want to go over, rate her, unless anyone has other suggestions. Copy link address. Unless anyone has anyone else they would like to raid, we can go head over there. Alright, cool. So that's going to be it for stream for today. We got through the first sequence, so we made a lot of good progress. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Mariners for the raid. Rose for the new follow. Appreciate all y'all. We will be back Tuesday, continuing to write some more stuff. If you want to join the Discord, I'm trying to put stuff in there, but streaming by its own is a lot of work, so... we are raiding over to one of my friends, Shay. She is playing the new Resident Evil. And she's a big scaredy cat, so yeah, you can watch her get scared and stuff. Ooh, Major's got a new raid message, so we will copy that. I will make that into a thing for the future. But yeah, if you want to copy what Major wrote, we can use that as a raid message. And yeah, I will be back on Tuesday evening for the next stream. So I hope to see everyone then.
Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want. Live your life. I hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you. And see you around.
Oh my god, I just hate coffee.